What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Market pretty flat today. It was not showing strength in either direction. We did have a few plays that I got in and out of quickly. However, days like today, I really like to sit on my hands and stay patient until the volume really comes in and the market can show me a solid direction of where it wants to go. But in this video, I want to talk all about AMC and the short interest. There's been some serious discrepancies all over the internet. I want to clarify a little bit of where these third-party providers get their information from, and then give you my take on what the real short interest is for AMC. So let's get right into it. First off, this was all over Twitter. TD Ameritrade showing the short interest is over 40%, as you can see right here. They do not show the number of shares shorted. However, they do have the shares outstanding at 514 million. But remember that 40%. If you jump over here to Market Watch, which is free for everybody, they show a little bit different, which is actually less than half, 18.83%. However, they do show the number of shares shorted at almost 97 million. Now that percentage is derived from dividing the number of shares short into the float. That's where you get the 18.83%. Let's take a look at another third-party provider. This is shortsqueeze.com, which was updated as of recently, and it shows the short interest, which is the number of shares, at 96.7 million. However, they don't have a percentage of shares short. I will say they do show a 16% increase over the prior number, okay, which is good for us. Lastly, let me jump back over to Fintel, which is a paid subscription. They are showing 18.84% with their source as the New York Stock Exchange. Like I said, third-party provider, just basically pulling information from numerous different sources, putting it into one spot for you. They also have the 96.7 million shares short. But I do not have any Ortex numbers. And I notice a lot of people are always talking about the Ortex, still tweeting about it. I have posted it in my videos prior, although it has been probably 3 to 6 months since I have shared that information. And the reason being is this. Like I said, these are third-party providers. Their job is to basically pull information from numerous different sources, get it to one spot, and sell you a subscription to what they're offering. That's all it is. It puts it into one spot for you. Do they want to make sure their information is accurate? For the most part. But so long as they can grab it from another source that is a reliable, quote unquote, reliable source, they're okay. It covers them. Okay. But out of all the research, the DD that we've done, we have known a couple things. That the float is owned numerous times over. And chances are the share short is more than the entire float. So why are we thinking and talking about the 20% versus 21% versus 19.5% versus 17% versus now 40%? When inevitably, all of the research we've done in the past, okay, has led to numbers astronomically higher than that. And we've basically proved from numerous different tactics that there are ways to manipulate how many shares are short. You actually remember me covering in a video, okay, when an institution had purchased, I don't know how many millions of dollars of deep in the money calls right before the end of the year to potentially offset, or I'm sorry, they sold these calls to potentially offset the amount they are negative, okay, in their AMC position. Because when you are selling a call that is a bearish bet, but you are getting a credit, and I think the number was like $69 million worth of credit that they received. And they did that to be able to hide their positions. So we've known this. So when it comes to what's the number, what's not the number, all right, and seeing these changes, like I said, personally, I don't really even look at them anymore because you can't rely on these third-party sources. And a lot of this is all, self-declared. All right. Think about these. It's like me saying, like, yes, last year, last year government, I made $100. I'll pay you, $20 in taxes, 20%. Trust me on this one, bro. Like, it's the same exact thing. One thing that I do look at a little bit more, which like I said, is still from third-party information, is what is the institutional holdings, okay? Because here's where things get a little bit funny to me. So personally, I don't think that these third-party subscriptions are just going to say, yep, it's over 100, 100% of the float is owned and so forth. But you see here, institutional shares, long versus short, and the amount that is owned by institutions. All right, and you have 33.5% right here, and also 25.29%. You jump over to shortsqueeze.com, you have 25.23% owned by institutions. Lastly, if you do look at TD Ameritrade, their percent held by institutions, almost 31%. So if we're still looking for that 100% number, okay, insiders have sold some of their positions. We know that. Okay, it's been public to us. But on top of that, I think it's even changed right here. Yeah, less than 1%. But we've known the insiders have sold some of their positions. It's been very public to us. Okay. But if you're looking for that 100% cap, well, here's the thing. Either retail was at 80%. Okay. And that was shared to us by Adam Aaron back in June. So there's a couple things that have happened. Either some retail has sold out, when also you do hear a lot of retail that have added to their positions. Okay, so where does that kind of fall into? Where is the retail number? How can that be made public? Because that's something that is hidden. Okay, so that's something I want to dive into a little bit further to get an accurate how much over we are of that actual 100% that is at least made public to us to find out that information. But when it comes to the short interest, whether it's posted as 17, 19, 21, or as of today, 40, all of the research that we've done has shown that this number is far, far greater than that. And when you dive back through the research that we've done, you can go back, look through previous videos, even on my channel. I've been covering AMC all the way since early February, okay? And you can see I've used this exact website of shortsqueeze.com and other ones as well, as Fintel as well, and you've never seen that number much higher than 20%. We might have seen a 22, a 23, but we've never seen a 40, 50, 60, 70, 100, 200, and so forth. So just remember what these third-party providers are doing, what their objective is, and that also this information is self-declared, okay? So guys, that's it for this video.